If you have been watching AI space, it has been heating up, especially between Microsoft and Google. Google has traditionally dominated the search space, and Microsoft has been trying to achieve a pole position in this market. Microsoft has tried it multiple times but failed to succeed in the search. Bing has helped them, but still Google is the king of search. The advent of ChatGPT shook the industry, and Microsoft collaborating with OpenAI and then integrating it with their Bing search has further highlighted the tussle, especially in the search space. In this video, we will see how both of these search engines look post AI integration. But more importantly, we'll try to understand if the search will change forever. But before we proceed, please like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. Alright, so here is what I'm proposing. My argument is search will cease to exist the way it does today in the next 5 to 10 years. And we will just end up using chatbots. Both companies are offering ways to engage in a chat with them. So if you were to search something on Bing or Google, they will give you an option to use it like a chatbot instead of regular search. So earlier we will get all the website links. Now you will get an interface, which is a new interface, specifically geared towards having a conversation. And if you do a simple search about the top search engines in the world, that list will include Google, of course, but YouTube, Amazon, Yandex, TikTok, along with Bing. TikTok has gained a lot of traction in last few years. Point is that people are not only using conventional search engines like Google and Bing to search, but also social media sites, especially video-based platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. In the last few years, content consumption has largely shifted to video-based content, and text-based content like your regular websites or blogs, they are largely dead, I would say. Of course, it will take few more years before we will officially declare that, but as of now, if you look at your own lifestyle, you are spending most of the time interacting with some video platform than going through blogs or reading articles, etc. Most of the media houses, most of the bloggers, they are now on YouTube and they have their own YouTube channels. This shift in user behavior highlights few trends. It's like people are sticking to the app they are using for other stuff. So if you are using Amazon to do shopping, and if you need some information about some product, chances are you will use that. If you are on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, you will continue to use that app even for your search needs, instead of falling back to something like Google or Bing. So a lot of traffic is going to these websites for the search related requirements. Instead of people coming back to Google or Bing for search, they are just continuing on the platform. So if you are on YouTube, you need some information, you will search it on YouTube. And this trend is here to stay. This is not going to change. So if you are on YouTube, unless you are stuck with something, there is some specific need which you cannot satisfy through YouTube, only then you will go to Google and search for that specific keyword. And the second trend, I will say, like I mentioned earlier, text-based content consumption is down and dusted. It is not coming back. It can only go down from here. So by and large, people will stick to video-based platforms, Instagrams, YouTubes, TikTok, etc. And they will only turn to search engines for very particular need or purpose. Now coming back to search engines like Google or Bing, if you look at these, as they are trying to compete in the space of chat thanks to ChatGPT, and as more and more people turn towards Bard or ChatGPT, Bing and Google will eventually become a kind of chatbots where most of their interaction or most of their usage will be through chatbots, or rather that specific feature, than your typical search engine feature. Now coming back to search engines, if you look at Bing or Google, they are now trying to engage you in a conversation through these chatbots like options, instead of just returning links to various websites, which they are doing still. They are still returning those links, but in addition, they have added this feature through which you can chat with them, or rather engage in a chat. Whenever such changes happens in user behavior, they might be very spontaneous initially, but over time they become a trend. Gen Z will likely spend a lot less time reading articles and blogs to get information. They would rather get that information quickly through chatbots like ChatGPT or Bard than put the effort into combing through multiple websites and blogs. I don't think they are going to spend hours on going through these websites like we used to do. In fact, not just Gen Z, but most of us will get used to chatbots. I mean, why would you spend hours if you're doing some research on some topic on going through multiple websites where you can't even authenticate that information because it is just maybe the perspective of that writer or the blogger, when you can quickly get that same information through a chatbot? For example, what is generative AI, or what is diabetes, or something on maths, physics, computer programming, video editing, marketing, anything you name it. If you can get that information quickly through chatbots, and the information is, or rather the response is customized based on your question. Because when you run these queries in search engines, you will get tons of results in the form of those websites. Now it is your responsibility to put hours, go through all of them, scrape that information and extract, or rather get the answer you are looking for. Sometimes your answer might be very straightforward, and sometimes there might be some context to it. You can't get exactly the same answer you are looking for. You might have to do a lot of reading, you might have to put a lot of efforts to get that answer. But with chatbots like ChatGPT or Bard, you can get the response you are looking for. So if I were to put some prompt there, like I'm going to LA, this is the date, this is the area I'm going to stay, what should I do, or what is the weather, or any technical question related to some other field, the response ChatGPT or Bard will return will be specific to my prompt. So I can save hours of my life, which is a big deal. Nobody is going to waste hours of their life if they can get to the answer quickly. And this is going to shift, or rather change everything. And as I mentioned earlier, in next few years, you will see that these search engines will largely turn into some kind of chatbots. And people are going to just stop going through the results. They will largely use the Google or Bing or ChatGPT or Bard to get the answer they need instead of wasting time on going through multiple websites. Now, which is a big problem for Google, because Google still makes most of its revenue through search ads. And though it has got YouTube, which is kind of providing it some support, but still it is fair to assume that it will take the hit on its revenues in coming years. And as we have seen in tech space, a lot of time these changes are a lot quicker than we anticipate. So if I have to put my money, I will say days of search are over. Now it is just a matter of time before chatbots take over this industry, this space. And these large corporations will struggle to monetize this space, which could lead to exciting changes, especially for startups. What do you think? Do you think days of search are over? Do you agree? Or do you think this is just another segment or phase and this will get over? Please leave your comments. And as I mentioned earlier, please like and subscribe. Thank you.